Welcome to the Family First Retirement Podcast with George Politarhos. For more information, visit betrayawealth.com. Now, let's get to the show.
We were playing a little Brenda Lee when we came in. So, 13 years old. She was 13 years old.
Amazing.
When she sang that song. Now she is 80 years old, and she talks about how much this song meant to her and her family.
I'm grateful for the song. I'm grateful for the people that made the song what it was. It has just been such a part of my life. It's like one of my children. That's how much I love it, and I appreciate it. I wish the writer was alive, where he could see what his song has done. I loved him so much, Johnny Marks, and I love the people. Thank you for giving me that gift. It's a gift I cherish.
Beautiful.
Over the years, that song has made her $20 million in royalties.
Wow. Her, not counting what she splits with the writer.
Right. Her. Brenda Lee.
Wow.
$20 million. Okay, by a quick comparison, Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Right.
She's made close to $100 million in royalties. And that's just in about 25 years.
That's great.
Good for them. Nice work if you can get it. But that's something that we talk about a lot here on Family First Retirement. That mailbox money. Give me a couple of examples, George, of mailbox money and how we can get our own check that still comes in.
Wouldn't it be great if we can get $80 or $20 million over the next 35, 45, 50 years out of a song? But what we do to help with that mailbox money, so to speak, that guaranteed income, is it's really important, Mark. And we always talk about balancing and having the right buckets of income and retirement funds and managed money and fixed index annuities. And that's where the annuities come into such a huge part about this. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like your Social Security, where on the first of the month or the Wednesday that you get paid your Social Security, it comes in come heck or high water. And that's what an annuity can help us do. Give us that lifetime income. The money that we have good news for you, that you're living longer. Congratulations. Right. The bad news is you're living longer. Congratulations. So we need the money to go longer. And we really can use different types of annuities to fit that need and what our need is. And that's where that would come in, where that check will be there the first of the month, come heck or high water, for the rest of your life and perhaps your spouse's life, depending how we have it set up. So give us a call at 302-330-2166, and let's see how we could use an annuity perhaps help fund your retirement if that's what you're looking to do, and to have a better retirement and be able to do what you want to do.
Okay, so we talk about annuities a lot here. Great opportunity for guaranteed income in retirement. But, George, who are you talking to? Who's an annuity right for?
Annuity fits probably 80% of the population has a need for an annuity. Mm-hmm. Because think about this. If you're one of those people that are blessed to have a pension, if you're at Boeing, if you're at the federal government, you have a pension. A pension is an annuity. When you retire, you are not a retiree, you are an annuitant. So an annuity is what your pension is. If you're sitting there looking at Social Security is an annuity. And that's how that would work. So you're sitting there between the ages of 50, 52, and 75. An annuity needs to be part of your investment, of your retirement planning. There's a lot of things that go in that retirement plan, Mark. We know that, right? We have to know about our expenses. We need to know about Social Security. We need to know about risk management. How much risk can we take? You still need risk, folks, in retirement. If anyone's out there and says you don't need to worry about, put everything into a safe instrument like an annuity, they're kind of doing you a misjustice.
Okay.
An annuity has its place for part of your retirement income, your funds, but you still need some risk. Because every year we have inflation. Every year things get to be more expensive. The risk is what we can manage. And when you have an annuity, Mark, think about this. You have something that gives you that safety line, that if the world goes a heck in a handbag, and after last weekend, the information we saw in the world troubles with Syria and things like that, it kind of has the little thoughts, but it gives you the safety net that if everything goes to heck, I can never go down, lose a cent of my money. Well, we just said you need risk, right? You still need some risk in retirement. So when you have that safety net, guess what the managed funds we have? We can be more aggressive if you want to, because you have the safety net to catch you. You need the balance of the two. And that's why an annuity comes in so importantly for our customers. It to see if an annuity comes up and see if what your score, your speed limit, so to speak, about your risk tolerance is. Give me a call. Let's see what we can do. 302-330-2166. We always talk about if you have that $250,000, $300,000 plus saved for retirement. And what is that? It's a 403B, it's a 401k, it's a thrift savings plan, CDs, managed funds. You're really a good candidate to work with the team here at Betrayal Wealth. Myself, Ernie Calais, our strategic business partnership we have with our CPA in-house, with Angie, Achilles, and Jared. Let's see how we can make it work for you and help you, and see how we can go forward to get in the best place possible for these next 30, 40 years of retirement.
302-330-2166. You can call right now. We know you got a lot going on. Holidays are here. Just about a week and a half away from Christmas. Everybody getting excited, got Christmas parties. But you can call right now. Talk to a representative to get on the calendar to sit down with George and the team. And this time of the year, if somebody is incredibly concerned before we wrap up 2024 and they just want to have a phone consultation with you, George, do you have time for those? What's the rest of the year look like for you?
We are really working hard, Mark. And usually I don't like to work on the weekends, be quite honest. Sundays are a day off for me. It's my family day. Last Sunday, I was working. I worked half the day last Sunday just to help my customers that need to get in before the end of the year. So give us a call. We'll get you in, even if it's just to start the process, because it is a process, right?
Yeah.
When you meet someone, it's not like you're going to buy a car. You walk on the lot and you walk away with a car.
Yeah.
This is not buying a car, folks. This is coming here and we're doing the education, gathering information, because we need to see what your needs are, your wants, because you're not like the people who live next door. You're not like your brother, your sister, your neighbor, or your friend, because we're all unique. And we'll start the process, but you need to get it started so we can get to the results. And that's probably going to be first quarter of next year.
Yeah.
But at least we start the process. If there's something that has to be done, maybe we need to do some tax corrections right now. We still have time. But we do need to pick up the phone and call us at 302-330-2166. Or if you're driving about, stop in the office here, 501 Silverside Road in Wilmington, 19809, and let's see how we can help you get in a better place.
Yeah, it's not like one of those big box firms. George just said it, man. I'm not afraid to work on the weekend. Some of these big stores, they're going to shut down around the 17th, 18th. All right, we're good for the rest of the year. If you need us, leave a message. We'll get back to you when we have time. Nope. The team at Betrayal Wealth Group available right now, 302-330-2166. Always available at betrayalwealth.com, P-A-T-R-I-A wealth.com. You mentioned that about, it's not like buying a car. You see what's going on with Nissan right now?
Oh, my God.
They are in a tough spot. There's a report that said that if they don't find somebody to help invest in the company, they've got about 12, 14 months, not years, 12 to 14 months to survive. For us, let's talk about the ups and downs of financial strategies and finding the income that we need to support us for the next 20, 30 years. You mentioned Social Security. What are some of the opportunities that you're presenting to the families you serve?
Well, when we sit there and do a holistic plan, because we look at all the avenues for each individual person, we need to know how much money or an idea about what income we need in retirement. So when we go to Social Security, when's the right time to take Social Security? And it's a different answer for everybody, Mark.
Yeah.
It's not one size fits all. But when we look at it, maybe we start taking it when we retire, or we start taking it at full retirement age, whatever year you're born. But that's part of the planning process, along with your 401k, your TSP money. How are we going to use that? How about some people that have pensions? We talked about federal employees. We talked about people like Boeing, Christiana Care, these facilities, DuPonts, that have those pensions. You're a state employee. You have a pension. How are we going to use it? Because I'm a firm believer in, and when we talk about Social Security, my plan, Leslie and I have our financial plan, the Family First plan for ourselves. Our plan had always been for Social Security. For me, it takes Social Security when I was 70. And for Leslie to take it at 62 when she stops working. And the reason being, in our situation, once again, this is individualized. Leslie's mother and father, my in-laws, both died in their mid-90s. My father died at 62, my mother at 82. Chances are Leslie's going to outlive me by more than the 6 to 9 year average. Let's call a spade, Mark.
Right.
So by me taking Social Security at 70, she was getting a higher income because you get to choose which one you want to keep upon the passing of your spouse. But our plans changed because when you work with me and my team at Portrayal Wealth, the Family First Retirement Plan, every year we're going to meet. Every year we reevaluate to make sure we're still on course, doing what it wants to. And our plans change. I am now turning Social Security on at 67, my full retirement age, because I can make as much money as I like without a penalty.
Was that always your plan, or did you have to adjust it?
I had to adjust it because originally it was going to be 70. Because every year I wait, it increased by 8%.
Right.
And I'm like, well, we don't need the money. I'm still working. Let it stay and grow. We have other investments, and then I'll turn it on. But now we evolved, and I'm going to turn it on 67, which is 8 years away. But still, the reason I'm doing that, Mark, my mentality is on this situation, why in the heck am I going to use my money when I can use their money?
Yeah.
We don't need it, so we'll just be investing it. And that's how these plans have evolved and changed. And we change with it. And that's what's so important. That's why, Mark, when we have these annual reviews, when our customers are coming in and we're reevaluating where we're at, because maybe your expenses changed, maybe a situation occurred. That's why we're doing it now.
Right.
To make these corrections, make these adjustments, to make you be in the best place possible. Because at the end of the day, it's about you and your money, your choices, your decisions. My job is to be the vessel, help get you through there, show you the options available, and make sure we plan properly.
What about when we're talking about Social Security? What about COLA in 2025, the cost of living adjustments? How much does that factor into your overall Social Security strategy?
Well, we have to know what our COLA is. And this year, folks, we have a terrible COLA coming, 2.5%. Your Part B Medicare went up from 174 to 185. So that 2.5% increase is gone. But we need to adjust those figures. When we start playing on COLAs, whether it's for your pension, whether it's for your Social Security, I am always truly a conservative in that approach. And that being that I'd want to say you're going to have $1 at the end of the day. And when you have $2, you're happily surprised and I get hugs and kisses.
Right.
If it's the other way around, you're not happy and you may want to stab me. And I don't want to be stabbed. Rule number 1 for today, do not get stabbed because you didn't get the right information. So when we're looking at that COLA, that's another important thing. What if you had thought you planned on your COLA for Social Security this year being like it was last year, 4.5? It comes in about half of that. And that changes your expendable cash during the week. We got to figure where we're going to pull the expendable cash from. Is it going to be from the annuity? Is it going to be from the managed funds? Is it going to be from your CDs, your savings? We need to know what bucket we're going to address because you retired. You did not die. You retired. You get to live a greater life now because you get to do what you want, when you want, and how you want to. And that's why we're here to help you go through those steps and do what you want to do.
302-330-2166. Having a good conversation this weekend about the power of Social Security. And I heard somewhere, and correct me if I'm wrong, there's like 300 different ways to claim Social Security.
538 different ways or some absurd number.
Do you treat COLA? Do you factor that in? Or do you just consider that like, all right, you get what you get and we'll realize that? Or do you... do you understand what I'm asking? Like, do you factor in every year?
I do put a COLA in for expenses.
Right.
We have inflation in for everything for expenses, obviously. So our expenses every year, whether we add anything to it or not, is always going up.
Okay.
When it comes to COLA, I always go low with my estimates for COLA. So I know historically speaking, let's talk about a federal employee for a second. A federal employee's cost of living adjustment in retirement is usually around 3.5 to 4.5. Ironically, about the same increase as their health insurance. I go at 3% as a rule. I'm going lower than the national average for them, the normal average, because I want to happily be surprised. When we're talking about COLA for Social Security, I'm going at 1.5%, when the average for Social Security is 3.25. I'm going well under them. And that's my job. I want you, I can't express this enough, Mark. I want you to enjoy life. I want you to have happy sights on. I want you to be excited about tomorrow. I'm the Grim Reaper, but I'm pulling back everything, saying, well, we have to be cautious because this is what it looks like.
You got to be the realist in this situation. You're going to be the one that says, I want to say, I'm going to play golf every day, and I'm going to buy a beach house, and I'm going to be sitting on the beach drinking Mai Tais every day. You're going to say, okay, you can do that, but we are not quite there yet.
You need to talk to Alex and Jared, because that is being a parent.
Yeah.
And I say that lovingly. I mean, and I have 2 great sons, the greatest gifts I could ever ask for in life. And when they were younger and they go on something and they say, well, I really tried my best. I said, did you really? Like, I'm not your friend. I'm your dad. Your friends say, oh, it's okay. You got to see on that test. That's all right. You did the best you could. No, they're lying to you. My job is to sit and put my foot in your butt and explain things to you. And I kind of have that mentality when I work with my customers and my clients, Mark, because I want you to be happy. I'm the ones that keep reeling you back and saying, well, that's not the way it's going to go. You can't really expect to do X.
Right.
Because of these things that you're not thinking about. And that's how we approach people. I love my clients, my family members.
Yeah.
I have some of the greatest people in the world I work with, and I'm blessed to have them as part of our team and our family. But it's also the way that I look at things, and I think they appreciate the way we bring it out to you. There is no sugarcoating with me. I am not going to tell you that, oh, it's all peaches and herbs and be happy. It doesn't work that way. I'm going to give you the facts, the information we know to be true, so that you and I can make an educated decision together about how to move forward.
Peaches and herbs, is that a Greek thing?
I don't know. Isn't that what you say, peaches and herbs?
Isn't that a 70s soft rock band?
That's what I thought it was.
I'm thinking peaches and cream. Isn't that's a dessert?
That's the word. Peaches
Mark, and herbs.
Listen, you got to, you really should. And next week, folks, we're going to have a gift here for you. You're going to have the team of Portrayal Wealth all on for the Christmas weekend. And you're going to have Jared probably mock the bejeebers out of me.
As he does.
Because he sits there and they just shake their head like, what language are you speaking? But you knew what I was talking
exactly
about. What's the problem?
I just figured it was a Greek thing, a betray. Because in Greek, betraya, it means
family.
And then you are not a customer. You are not a client. You are a member of the family at the Portrayal Wealth Group.
Absolutely.
I'm going to give, for those listening this weekend, give you a little insider tip, a little secret, if you will. We know there's a lot going on. We don't want to be a Grinch. We don't want to bring down the holiday mood. But from experience, we can tell you that right after the first of the year, when people get back into their routine, they start thinking about their taxes. How much is Uncle Sam going to take from me? How much do I have to pay? Am I getting anything back? What's 2025 going to look like? And then Ernie Calias, the in-house CPA, the Portrayal Wealth Group, his calendar gets filled up real fast. That's why we're suggesting this weekend that you make the phone call to the Portrayal Wealth Group. Doesn't mean you have to come in on Tuesday or Wednesday, but at least talk to the team and begin this conversation. 302-330-2166 or portrayalwealth.com.
Mark, we always try and talk about examples, how things work. Mm-hmm. We did a seminar in 2023 in October, Social Security and tax planning, and we have more coming up this year. We just finished up with a customer 2 weeks ago from last year doing the tax planning that we put in place to finish up this year and doing forward for next year.
Gracious.
It doesn't happen in a day.
Yeah.
It's a process. And that's why it's so important to get involved and to jump on the horse to take care of this, folks.
Insurance and annuities offered through George A. Politarhos, Delaware Insurance License Number 1373121. Annuity guarantees rely on the financial strength and claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. Read your contract for restrictions, limitations, or penalties.